Okay, this is my Project Pan update. I started this at the beginning of the year and it's going to go through the whole year. So I'm only doing 1 month updates. This will be my third update, I believe. Yeah, third. And what I'm doing in this, if you haven't seen any of the other ones, I will link my playlist up here if you want to check that out. But what I am doing is each month I am picking 5 new items to add into my Project Pan of already existing items. And at this point I'll have 20 items in my Project Pan. And each month, just to make things a little bit more entertaining, I am doing a theme. But most of these products are full size. Some of them are completely full. You know, as time goes on, they'll be less full because I'll have less time to work on them. December is gonna be something because I'll have like a month to work on things. So they might be samples in that one. But for the most part, they're going to be things that I paid for because free things, you know, doesn't really matter so much if something I got for free as a sample goes bad or something like that. But I would like to get some use out of the things that I paid for. So that's what I'm doing here. The first month was Face Basics. My second month was cream products. March was MAC products. And when I get to those products, I will tell you what my new theme is. But first, I do have a product that I finished. Thankfully, I have been dying to finish something. I know a lot of these products are bigger and fuller and all that, but it's still been kind of depressing that I hadn't finished anything so far. And what I did finish was this MAC lip gloss, and it is in Strange Potion. It had been in a couple projects before, at least one before this one, and I never finished it, but it is now done. I did not take the stopper out. I'm not going to take the stopper out because I don't like it that much. I ended up using it as a lip balm mostly at home because I didn't like the way it looked. So, yeah. So I would not ever get this again if they ever release it again. It was a limited product, and you can tell that packaging's really, really old. So luckily I am done with that. And I have not been marking these because originally when I started, I was sick and I just didn't feel like it, and then I just never got around to it. So, yeah, none of these actually have any progress marks on them, so sorry. But the first thing that I have here is the Lime Crime Candy Eyed Eyeshadow Helper, and it looks like this. This is a really sticky, thick eye primer, and they don't even sell this one anymore. But I actually paid for this eye primer ages ago. It was about $16, I think, at the time. So I'd like to use it up. It's actually taking a long time, though. But it is about there. Then I have the Hard Candy Glamouflage Light Concealer, and this is an ultra light. The one side is to there, and the other side is to there. Unfortunately, this does not work well with the foundation that I'm using, so I don't use it a whole lot. I've been trying, but it doesn't seem to stick to my foundation. So I actually use this a lot on days where I don't wear foundation. Like if I'm just going to the store or something and have something I need to cover up, I use this to cover things up, and then I'll use this, which is my next product, the UV Mineral Sun Kill powder, and I am about halfway done on this. A little bit less than halfway done. It's like that. But it is making progress because there's that thing in the center that puts it up to the puff, and I can see more of that now than I could before. So I do use this. I use this with my foundation. I use it without the foundation because it's a little bit colored. So my foundation is this L'Oreal Magic Nude powder. Mine is in Classic Ivory, and it's shaken up because I used it today, but it's about right under where it says liquid. So I am a little bit more than halfway done with this. I would like to finish this soon. I feel like it'll go bad pretty soon, so I would like to finish it. I would also like to finish the makeup base that I'm using. This is the Cheek Room makeup base, and it is a purple base, so it's brightening. In the summer, I do not need brightening. Unfortunately, I can't tell where this is because it is so liquidy. It actually leaks out of the product. I've showed it before if you've seen those previous videos, but it does leak out and it's all gross. So even if I hold it upside down and push it up to try to see where the product starts coming out, it's too liquidy for that, so I have no idea. It's starting to sputter a little bit, so hopefully it's almost done, but I really have no idea how long this is going to take. But I will be glad to get it done. It's not a bad one, but I generally don't use purple bases, primers. Then for my next products, the first one I actually have not used a whole lot. I think I used it a couple times, but I was really focusing on something else, and that was the Urban Decay Moonshine Cream Highlight. This is where I am, and it's been that way since the beginning of the month because I really didn't use this. Instead, I was focusing on the Benefit Ooh La Lift. This product I've had for 2 years, and it's still not done. And I'm right down there near the bottom. If you can tell, if you look in, it's actually a little bit lower than where it is on here. It's just like glue and sticks to the side. It does not, like this stuff right here, does not ever slide down. But this is meant for like around the eyes to make the eyes look lifted. But that's not a whole lot of use for it, so I have been using it as a really, really subtle highlight this month instead of using this, because I do plan on mixing at least a good chunk of this in with lotion over the summer. So I know that I have some use for this later, but I really was trying to multitask this to try to get it out of the way sooner. It's going to go bad soon. It's really old. Then I had the lipstick from MAC in Gem of Roses, and I had wanted to try to finish this one too along with the lip gloss, but I did not get it completely done. I am right there. So hopefully I can get this done in the next month. I'm really going to focus on this because I am being mean to myself. And you'll see in a little bit why, but I would like to finish this. It's very close, and I just want to get it done. It also is pretty old, and I don't want it to go bad before I finish using it. And then I have the Jabot Cream Blush in Natural Flush Light, and I really don't like this much. The more I use it, I really don't like it. And I have this much, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it is a lot. It's a lot because you don't use a ton of cream blush. I don't like just rub it on my face. I do use a stippling brush for this, which is why it looks all weird there on the top. But I don't really like it. It doesn't actually look all that natural, so. The last thing that I have is the Benefit Cream Shadow in Foiled, and I did take it out of this because this is a terrible jar. It's very small. If it had a better cap, that would be nice, but this cap cracked, I think. Maybe it didn't, but it's a cheap cap that doesn't like to stay on. It's a nice glass jar. It would be nice if it had a good cap because this would be a good jar otherwise. But I didn't like that jar. It's too small to fit my finger in, and it didn't stay closed very much. So I did move it into this, and it's right there. It's actually very, very dry. So if someone has an idea besides microwaving to make this not so dry that doesn't add a ton of extra product into it, let me know, because I actually took it out of here and it was like in chunks. So I did microwave it to get it like that, but that didn't make it creamier. And mixing it didn't make it creamier. So yeah, so I mean, it's still usable, but it's hard. So then my next product are the MAC products. And one of them was the Strange Potion that I finished. So I only have 4 of those. The first one is the Teddy Eye Kohl, like this. It's just a brown color. I meant to actually measure this and I totally forgot, so I don't know how long it was before. But it's like this now. I've been using it most times, but I don't use it heavily. Like, I have it on now. I just don't use eyeliner that heavily. But I have been trying to use it most days. Then I have the MAC Prep and Prime Vibrancy Eye Primer. This was in my Project Pan Roulette. It did not finish. It's still not finished. I don't know when it's going to finish. It does seem like it's an air pump because it has those, so I really need to find something I can stick up there and see how far up it is. But I don't have anything that's that thin and long that I can find right now, so I'll have to look for something and see if I can tell how far up it goes. Then the next product is the MAC Blush in Tenderling. And it has no more visible progress than it did the last time. There was already that slight dip in it that you can see there. And I have been using it. I've even been using it when I have not been using the cream blush, because there's a difference between a full face of makeup and then, you know, like work makeup or something like that. And sometimes I just don't feel like doing all that for work. So I'll just put this on instead. But I would just be happy to hit pan on this, truthfully. I don't feel like I'll finish a whole blush in the year. I'm going to try, but I would be happy to hit pan. And then my last product that I had previously was the MAC Tender Tone Lip Balm in Tread Gently. And it looks like this. And that's a little bit manufactured right there, because I actually pushed my finger in all the way down to the bottom just to see how deep it went. So it pushed product up to the side. It's about the same amount of product that, you know, it was otherwise, but at least it makes me feel like I'm getting somewhere that I can see the pan down there and am working around the sides. And I actually like this, and part of me feels bad about using it while I'm at home as my lip balm, because it is like this pretty like gold color. It's like a pretty shimmery gold. I don't even know if that shows up, but it's like a pretty shimmery gold. I got it on right there in the center of my lip, so I can do things like that, but I have just been using it as lip balm when I'm at home, and I feel a little bad because it's like a colored lip balm. But it's so old and I never really used it anyway, so, you know, I feel bad, but then I'm like, well, at least I'm using it. It smells really good. These smell really good. The only thing I don't like is it's not really moisturizing. It's a lot more like a lip gloss than it is a lip balm. It's not even like that waxy EOS kind that just kind of sits there. It does feel a lot more like a lip gloss than a lip balm. But it does smell good. So at least I know it hasn't gone bad because it still smells good. Okay, so now I am on to my new products, and the theme for this one is going to be pencil products. And I'm being quite mean to myself because I have 3 lip products in this and 2 eyeliners. So I obviously hate myself, but these are things that, you know, just don't get a whole lot of use from me. I used to love pencil eyeliners, and then I just got out of them, which is why I have so many pencil eyeliners, because I loved pencil eyeliners, and then I didn't love pencil eyeliners anymore, even though I had all of them. So let's get started with these projects. On the pencil eyeliner thing, the first one is this Whiskey Zero Duo Liner from Urban Decay. This has been in projects before, and I think the last time it was a project I was only focusing on the whiskey side. This time I will be focusing on both sides to get that done. I really, really want to get this done. I should throw it out, kind of like the Strange Potion though. I've had it around so long, I've been trying to finish it for so long that I really want to finish it. I don't want to just throw it away. I don't want to just give up on it. I really want to finish it. So that is my first product. My second product is also an Urban Decay eyeliner, and it's in Stash. And this used to be one of my favorite eyeliners from them. It's a little bit dried out as well because it's pretty old, but it's this kind of greeny color, and I loved this. You can tell it's not all that big anymore. It was a full size. It was not a mini, so it's not all that big anymore. I did use quite a lot of it, but I would like to finish that up. I have another one because I bought that 25th anniversary. Was it 25 or 15 or something? One of those, but it was years ago. They had that huge thing of all their eyeliners, and I bought that. I barely used any of them. It's kind of a catastrophe, but that color is in there as well. So I want to finish up this one. The next three products are lip products. The first one is the one that I have on mostly. It's this one right here. It's the Tarte for True Blood Lip Surgeon's Lip Tint. And I have a lot of these. I got rid of quite a bit when I decluttered, like 2014, I think. But I still have a lot of them. I could have picked any one, but I actually really like this red color, and it comes off as more of a stain. I'm wearing it, but that's what it looks like right there. And the only problem with this is it does last all day. I put it on like maybe around 2 o'clock before I went to work. And when I got off at 10, it was still there. So that's the thing with this. I won't have to apply it a whole lot, but I do actually like wearing it under the Gem of Roses because this one kind of neutralizes it a little bit. And I also like putting it in the corners and then putting this on. And so this part is just Gem of Roses, but this side has like the layers. And so it kind of makes a shadow kind of thing. I just try stuff, try layer stuff so I can use more stuff. You know how that goes. So I have this one, and the next two are lip liners. The first one is the Ofra Silk Lip Liner. It looks like this. It's kind of a gray pink color, but I really do like it. Looks like that. And I have used this a while, so it is not full size. And not completely new. But I do like that one, and that's a good one for neutral lipsticks. And then my next one is this Flower Lip Shine Lip Liner right here. And I'm sure you can tell it's a bright red right there. And it's an automatic, so it twists up, and it looks like this. So I just never really used this, and I feel like an automatic lip liner would actually be easier to use than the pencil liners, so I didn't want to do two pencil liners, so I did pick this one. I also kind of felt like I could have done an eyeshadow stick, but this right here is going to take forever, so I didn't want to do that. I think these will go more quickly. The only problem with this is I find that the cap doesn't easily, like when you put it on and you're like, oh, it's done. It's like that. So then you have to continue to push it in. It doesn't close as nicely as I feel like it should. And that is it for my project pan update. This was a little bit jumbled because I'm trying to get things done all at once while I have the time. So if it came off a little choppy, I'm sorry about that. I'm just trying to film quite a few things all at the same time while I have the time to do it. But that is everything for this one. And hopefully I will have some finished products next time. I'm really hoping to finish this Gem of Roses lipstick. I would love to get finished with this thing here. I'm not going to take the stopper out of this. I just want this gone. So as soon as it doesn't come off on the wand anymore, it is done for me. And I'd like to make some good headway on this, as well as some of the new products, but I would like to get the older lip products out of the way. And yeah. So that is everything. If you haven't checked out my previous video, it will be linked to the side. My Project Pam playlist is also linked to the side if you have not caught the previous videos in this, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!